When you walk in a room, do you immediately feel the energy? Maybe your first instinct is to notice who's in charge. You can't help but notice what feels real and what doesn't. The way that you can sense, like internally know when something is being held back or not fully said. You can also immediately sense when somebody's trying to exert their control over you. Maybe you can't help but read the power dynamics or where things might need to be adjusted. You often might feel a pull to step in, speak up, take action. Perhaps you notice a strong reaction when something feels unfair, unjust, or out of line. I mean, typically you don't hesitate to speak up, especially when you're all about getting to the truth. All right, let me ask you this. Are you known as someone who is strong, direct, protective? Do people rely on you to take charge or stand up for what matters? If any of this sounds familiar, stay tuned and say hello to Enneagram 8. Welcome to Hello Enneagram, a summer series designed to help you know your number. If you've been confused about your type, if your Enneagram enthusiast second cousin has tried to tell you what you are, or if you've taken online tests but they don't seem to fit quite right, well, this series is designed to give you a simple and honest look at each Enneagram number and the core tenets that go beyond behavior-based typing to the heart of the motivation. So my goal here is to help give you the basics without overwhelming you. The Enneagram is meant to be taught and processed in community so that you can self-identify your number. So listen in, then jump to the comments and share what you're noticing in yourself or ask questions. My hope is that this helps you find your number. No test required and no Enneagram enthusiast BFF trying to assign one to you. All right, let's get going and I'll chat with you in the comment section. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube or listening to the podcast, you're trying to learn more about Enneagram 8, often called the Challenger. Now, you may wonder if you are an Enneagram 8 or just simply want to learn more about 8s. Either way, I'm really glad you're here, and I know this episode is going to be helpful. So, as you listen, be sure to share this with somebody else who needs to learn more about the strong, big hearted, protective Enneagram 8. You might be an Enneagram 8 if you're naturally bold, brave, and seek the truth. If you value honesty and tend to say what others might hold back. If you feel a strong need to protect yourself and the people you care about. You might be an Enneagram 8 if you're energized by action, by challenge, and by moving things forward. Now, you don't like to feel controlled, limited, or vulnerable. And so you can sometimes come across as intense or intimidating without really meaning to. Because here's the one thing people don't always see is you're not trying to be overpowering and controlling. You're trying to protect. So let's talk about what's going on underneath all of this. There are 3 centers of intelligence within every human being. We perceive, process, and respond to the world through thinking, feeling, and doing, also known as the head, the heart, and the gut. Now, for an Enneagram 8, the strongest center of intelligence is the doing or the gut center, which means that you act with absolute instinct. You have a strong sense of knowing and decisiveness and a desire to protect the underdog, to fight for justice. Now, the weakest center of intelligence for an Enneagram 8 is the feeling center, the heart center. And this doesn't mean that you don't have deep emotions or caring emotions. It simply means that vulnerability can feel risky to you. And so you want to hide and protect your softer side behind a strong exterior. At your core, what really drives an Enneagram 8 is wanting to be strong and in control of your life, wanting to protect yourself and the people you love. You desire truth and directness, and you avoid being controlled by other people and being vulnerable. Now, what this might look like in real life is asserting yourself when something feels off, or stepping in to take charge when no one else is. It might look like reacting strongly to injustice, wanting to make it right immediately, and certainly by being drawn to intensity. The Enneagram is the most powerful tool I have found for personal and spiritual transformation. I applaud you for seeking to know yourself more deeply. In my work as a coach for midlife women, I find that one of the first steps to creating a fulfilling life is knowing and embracing who God created you to be. It would be my honor to walk alongside you on that path. So with that, I invite you to take the next step in working with me through either taking a class, maybe private coaching, or attending one of my retreats for midlife women. If any of those sound interesting to you and you want more information, just send me an email at hello@livingwellbyjen.com. So at their best, 8s are strong, confident, and incredibly protective. They're direct, decisive, powerful, courageous, amazing at taking charge and standing up for other people. Now, people will naturally respect and follow the leadership of an 8. These are the above the line qualities of the Enneagram 8, but under pressure, it's actually easy to fall below the line. So when that happens, the intensity gets stronger, and you might notice anger just constantly brewing beneath the surface. You may become more controlling, confrontational, potentially more reactive, or quick to lash out at someone. You might find that you are just more resistant to vulnerability and find yourself sort of wearing that armor at all times. People may say that you come across as intimidating and aggressive, but at your heart, at your core, that's not actually true. If we look at the Enneagram drawing, you'll notice that there are 2 lines connected to your number. One line shows where your number moves in times of stress, and the other line shows where the number moves when they're feeling very secure and safe in themselves and their environment. So for the Enneagram 8, when life gets very stressful, 8s will find themselves moving towards the energy and the behavior of a type 5. It's important to note that you don't become your stress number or your secure number, but the energy and the behavior will look and feel like that number. So an 8 under stress might begin to withdraw, to shut down, and pull away from other people. Their natural strength can turn inward, and so they're conserving energy. An 8 wants to be on the lookout for feelings like, I'll handle this on my own. I don't need anyone. That's your stress number talking. But now let's talk about the other line. When an 8 is feeling secure and grounded and safe, they move towards the energy of a type 2, which means their big heart starts to show. They become more open and caring and relational. They express tenderness and allow others to get closer. They use their natural strength to support and serve other people. 8s tell me they often feel most connected when they allow their softer side to be seen. So if you're wondering if you might be an Enneagram 8, ask yourself, do I feel a strong resistance when I sense that someone else is trying to control me, my environment, or my decisions? Do I naturally step up, speak up, take charge, or take action when something feels off? Do I resist vulnerability and showing weakness to others? Do I react strongly in my body when something feels unfair, unjust, or out of line? If what we've talked about today resonates with you and you're thinking, I just might be an Enneagram 8, don't rush to label yourself just yet. Listen to a few more types. Pay attention to what motivates you, what's underneath the behavior of your actions. And if you want more help knowing your number, you can grab my free mini course. It's called Hello Enneagram, and the link is in the show notes. So it includes details about each number. There are worksheets and there are interviews with people of every type. So people often tell me that when they can hear someone else talking about what it feels like to be in their number, that's tremendously helpful when discovering their own number. So that's a wrap for Enneagram 8. Let me know right now in the comment section what resonated with you and what questions you might have. I'd love to connect with you there. Before we go, I just want to say thank you for being here. I know how valuable your time is, and I don't take lightly when you choose to spend it with me. So I hope you'll like, subscribe, follow so that you don't miss any of our episodes in this series or the ones to come.